Welcome back, everybody. We're gonna go do a video today on how to use edges in woods to your advantage. What some edges might mean, terrain differential, how it might affect the deer, how the deer use it, and show you guys some of the stuff that I do to use edges in woods. Not so much field edges per se, but edges inside of a woods that you may not even realize could help you to your advantage. So stay tuned, should be a good video, and thanks for watching, everybody. Alright, everybody, I got you back. This is the first thing I want to kind of show you guys. This is pretty self-explanatory. It's not a major, it's pretty common sense type deal, but I'm going to try to show you right down here, right down in there. There's a creek that bends around. Now it's steep on both sides here. The banks come down to it. Now I don't know if you can tell how steep this is right here, but it drops right off probably 20-25 feet, and you can see it, if you can see with the sunlight, kind of carries its steepness all the way down and around down this way, and eventually it goes out to a point down there. And something I want to point out to you guys right here is this gradual slope. This gradually goes down and then it flattens out. You know, right here per se, the deer aren't really going to come up, you know, this steep side. So we got 60 yards this way that there's probably no deer that are going to, you know, cross and come up here in the bottom. But this little, and it's the same exact thing on the other side of this little gradual slope. There's a couple trails. There's one that comes up right here and comes along the edge of this and goes out towards the ag fields. And then there's also another one that comes up over here and goes along that edge towards the next camera I'm going to check. And then there's one that comes up off of that trail that comes and shoots straight across and goes down towards the sanctuary. You can use this as kind of a funnel. Bucks will use this. You know, there's a big trail down on this bottom that follows this creek edge and goes out to the bottom side of an ag field. Now, if that's primarily a doe trail, then the bucks are going to use this to come up, and they'll cross as many of them doe trails as possible to be the most efficient that they can on checking as many trails as possible to possibly find one of them hot does. So you're more apt to catch a buck coming up through here during a rut, trying to cross out and check all of these doe trails. So just something to think about. Alright guys, we're at the next spot I want to show you. I'm actually just down from where I explained that gradual slope funnel situation. Some of the edges that I'm talking about, how I use them to my advantage. I hope you guys are going to be able to see this, but can you see the deer run that goes up this bank right here? They come down right here, and then right there is that deer run. It goes up the bank. Now, how I use this to what I'm going to show you after I show you this trail and stuff, my next camera is right here, and what this trail does is, instead of them going up there to get up to the sanctuary through there or going out to the ag fields or wherever they're using them trails to, if they want to get, if the deer are going to want to be up here higher, there's another pine thicket up here. The trail that I just showed you guys, or I'm about to show you right now, is coming up this bank that I just talked about. It comes right through here and it goes right out here. Sorry, I got the thermostat going. It's like 85 degrees and there's mosquitoes everywhere. But the trail goes like right here, and you can see there's a little pine thicket right there. Now, when I follow this trail, if I stay right on it here, when this is gonna go through this little pine thicket, it's gonna open up again, but I'm gonna show you guys why this trail is going right where it is. So what I'm trying to explain here is, If you look right here behind me, it's all open. Little saplings. You know, it's completely different than this. You can see, you can actually see the change right there. How this line goes down. Right here is the deer trail. It goes right along this edge of these pine trees, right up against where this creek is and where these little saplings are, and it goes down to crosses the creek in another spot. So when a deer's coming up through here, you know, he's probably not going to come through this wide open area. He's probably going to stick to the edge. He sticks to the edge, he comes right down. The deer trail's right here, it proves that they do it. Well, if I say edges, you know, I don't actually mean like, you know, a solid edge like the side of a creek or whatever. A lot of times, it's just a little bit of terrain diversity, or, you know, forage diversity, or tree diversity, or just something that creates a line through the woods. Deer use them so much. When we get more towards season, the rut, pre-rut, when them bucks are cruising, they'll use the terrain to their advantage to check as many doe trails as possible. So, something to keep in mind. There's a few more examples I'm going to show you guys throughout the day. And I just want you guys to know as well, when I talk about these edges, I'm not saying set up every one of your stands just focused on edges, because there's a lot more, you know, funnel areas, or just areas in general that, you know, you can look at and use to your advantage too. But I just want you guys to understand that these are huge key components to the way I hunt, how I set up trail cameras, how maybe even I come into my tree stand. Anything where like a hardwoods meets a pine thicket, or top of a ravine. A lot of these tops of these little gullies, they'll run the top or they'll run the bottom, or you can find certain areas like I showed you in the first part where they cross it. Alright guys, where's the next property? I got you guys back on now because I want to show you something. As I'm talking about this, I'm going to throw in a few video clips of deer using this. On this camera I just checked, I had a few videos, but as you can see behind me, it's a big swamp, open area over there, and this creates an edge that wraps around here and goes over there. So why I like this spot so much is back here behind me, it's super thick, dense before it gets to the next hardwoods. This edge over here, and it creates this deer trail right here. Just another example. I'm going to keep checking cameras. I got probably 7 more to check on this. There's a deer right there walking. There's a tree stand right over here. She sees me now, but there's a little edge of a pine tree right here, and it kind of L's around. You can see the pine trees behind me up in here. That just continues all the way down, and then there's an L down there, and it goes back, and the deer run this edge, and that's why I got a tree stand off the point of it down there. And actually right off the point of this pine tree edge here and that other stand is where I killed 2 years ago. I killed 138 9-pointer. But just another example here I want to show you guys. I'm gonna keep checking cameras, and next spot I show you guys will be how to use creek crossings or just creeks in general to your advantage. There you go, guys. I haven't walked 20 yards. This deer come walking by me here, and then she went right over. As you can see, all that sunlight out there, that's an edge. She went right out to that edge, and when she run down, well, she's down here now, but she run down the side of the pines. But at first, she come right to this edge and started coming right down this edge. I'm telling you, it's something to really think about, guys. These edges can really work to your advantage if you know how to use them. Alright, we're at the next spot. You guys can kind of see behind me all these pine trees. It's real dark in there. You know, a lot of cover. It's kind of a pine tree thicket right here. On the other side of me, it's really sunshiny and bright. It's a little bit more open. Saplings and stuff like that. Now, where these saplings stop and where the pine trees start, you can see the difference. There's an edge that runs right down along here, and right down in here, right here. This creates a good spot. There's an old scrape right here. Overhanging branch. Bucks love to scrape on any edge that they can. That's why you see them on field edges all the time, and pay attention to that. When you see a buck rub or a scrape in the woods, chances are not too far away, there's some kind of a terrain edge, you know, a tree edge, or you know, a pine tree edge, or maybe even a creek or a small stream, or you know, you will see them on open hardwoods and stuff like that. But it's just another example. You know, there's multiple scrapes I could show you guys down here along on this edge coming from the creek. Right there. I'm on the same edge. There's another scrape. Right here. Right there. Another one. Using these edges, deer travel on them, use them to your advantage. I promise you, it'll help you out. And if you're not gonna, at least pay attention to it. You never know when it could lead to a funneled area, or potentially something even better. This is a great spot because it creates another point. Behind me, it's a big sanctuary, and the deer come out of that sanctuary and they come into this, right down to this creek. What I'm about to show you right here shows you exactly what I'm talking about with, you know, edge hunting. I always call it edge hunting, but right here you can see the deer trail that goes up here. Can you see the split? Real dark, dense timber versus open, small saplings. And look at this trail right here. I hope you guys can see it good enough. It goes right there. You can see it a lot better down here, but this trail goes right along here, and then over here you can see the trail coming up in between these two trees, and then crosses right here, goes right there. If I widen out, same thing. Thicker, more dense timber versus more open, smaller timber. This edge, there's the deer trail. It creates somewhat of a funnel for these deer, and when I go in this way right here, these deer are going out to an ag field, or my other sanctuary up here that I don't go into. The other ones right back here on this, by these saplings and stuff. It gets really nasty in there. So I think I'm going to end the video there for today. I don't want to make it too awful long. If you guys have any questions, feel free to message me on Instagram or comment down below. I try to get back to everybody, and I really appreciate everybody that's subscribed, liking the videos, watching them. If you guys would like to see a forestry video, how to manage your property for animals, deer, turkey, you know, small critters, you gotta let me know. My buddy who helps me out, Tristan, he is a forester for the state of New York. If you guys would like to see that video, you gotta drop a comment, let me know. I plan on doing a mock scrape video, more trail cam videos. I'm going to do a bow video, my setup. And I appreciate everybody's support. If you would, please go down, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, let me know. I will answer them. I appreciate everybody watching.